Hey, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and we've got another Kickstarter preview for you. This one is Vengeance, which is a game from Mighty Boards that I've covered in the past. Kind of a takeoff on things like I Spit on Your Grave or Kill Bill, where someone has been wronged and left for dead by somebody and comes back for revenge. But now they've taken some of the basics of the Vengeance system and created a roll and write game of it. So this is for 1 to 4 players, competitive or solo, and I'm going to be showing you the solo, of course. I'm going to talk you through the basics of how to play the game, then do a full playthrough, which will probably be about 5 minutes after I edit it, because the game is very fast. And finally, at the end, I'll give my thoughts on the solo mode and the game in general. And a quick reminder that we never accept compensation for our Kickstarter coverage. We just want to help you make an informed decision. But if you like the content here on the One Stop Co-op Shop, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Consider supporting us on Patreon for perks like early access to our videos. Check out our second streaming channel for even more content, our weekly podcast, and join our Discord for some great conversations. So a game of Vengeance Roll and Write is made up of 4 rounds, and each round has 4 phases. First, you're going to roll some dice to get some random preparation actions to kind of level your character up. Then you're going to go into the rolling phase, which is real time, and you're trying to get dice in these different configurations to basically build up actions. And that'll take you right into the fighting phase, where you'll move through these rooms and fight these henchmen and enemies on them. And finally, at the end of each turn, enemies might attack you. You can gain more victory points, things like that. And you rinse and repeat again for 4 rounds. And in the solo game, you have 2 ways to win. First of all, if you can collect every piece of loot on the board, there's 5 on the map that I'm playing on. Or alternatively, if you can fully defeat the boss and at least half of their minions. Those are the 2 ways to win. And then once you win, you can total up your score and try to beat your best. But that's basically what you have to do in solo. First of all, like I said, you have the preparation phase. You're going to have 3 dice randomly rolled, and then you'll always get to pick one of these 4 options at the end, so it's kind of like you're resolving 4 preparation actions. First, you have the binoculars, which is a recon action, and it's going to let you mark off one of these little arrows in the upper left of your actions, although you'll need 2 recon actions to mark off a charge. It has a little double arrow. And that basically means you're saving a free use of that action for the fighting phase. So even without rolling any dice, you'll have 1 use of the given action. Next, we have a heart for a health action. And that's either going to let you erase 2 damage, we'll get into how you get damage pretty soon, or you can outline one of these health squares permanently to give you higher max hit points overall. Next is the prestige or loot action. You can either X off the leftmost space here, which is just good for extra points, and it's going to combine with any loot you gain from the hideout. Or as it says here, you can use this for any of the other action types, so it's kind of a wild. Next, you have these brass knuckles, which are the item action. Each character has 4 unique items. I'm playing as little Gudrun here, so she's got a gun in her pocket, fire whiskey, a double-barreled shotgun, and a rusty spike. And when I get one of the little item actions, I can outline one of the squares above the item, and then during the actual fighting phase, I can cross it out to use it. So like give myself a free gunshot and that kind of thing. And finally, this arrow up gives you 2 experience points, basically. For every one of those actions, you get to circle 2 of these circles. And each character has 8 unique ability cards just for them, each of which has generally between 3 and 5 of those experience symbols in the upper right-hand corner. And once you've gained the experience, you can then exit out to spend it and put some of those abilities into play for you to use. So that's it for preparation, then you go into the rolling. You'll always generally be rolling 4 dice, but the remaining dice in the supply will vary based on your difficulty level. I'm not very good at the game, so I'm playing on easy, which means I have 20 dice total. Now, how it works in competitive is this dice supply is shared between all the players. So there's no timer per se, but you want to roll and kind of get rid of your dice faster so you can grab them and use them before other players do. But in solo, you instead use a timer, which again is difficulty based. It's either 45 seconds or 30 seconds. I'm doing easy, so it's 45. And that's how long I have to go through my dice pool. So you roll your dice, and you got a few results. You've got this little movement one. You've got single and double knives. You've got a gun, and you've got this blood drop. Now, the key thing is the blood drop, and for anybody who's played Escape the Curse of the Temple, this is going to seem familiar to the black masks in that one. These dice are locked, whereas any non-blood drop dice I can roll as much as I want, and at some point you can sometimes get locked down like this. So how do you get your dice back? First of all, anytime you move dice as a set to an action that has the correct icon, so like I need 2 movement for the dash action, or I need 3 knives for the punch action. By the way, doubles can be used as singles, but singles can't be used as doubles. Whenever you do that, you suddenly have fewer than 4 dice. You get to roll that many dice from the supply if they're still there. But how do I get rid of these blood drops? You can take 1 blood drop and cover up one of your available health spots to reroll any other blood drops, and of course, get dice back until you have 4 again. And you can do the same basic action more than once, so I could do another punch, get 3 dice. Oh no, another blood drop. Maybe I'll hurt myself and get some more rolls. Now later on with experience, you can earn ability tiles, and they'll also give you ways to use your dice, generally for more powerful abilities. But generally speaking, these are going to be 1 time per round, as opposed to, again, these top ones, which you can use as much as you want. Now once the timer runs out in solo, you can't take any more dice, but you can still futz around with the dice in your pool if you'd like to. And by the way, blood drops in your pool don't hurt you at all at the end of the round. It's only the ones that have actually been placed on your board. So after you're all done with that, you go to the fighting phase, and you get to basically use any of your abilities that you've paid for in whatever order you like, although you have to fully resolve one ability before you can do another one. Like the charge gives you a move and a hit. They have to be done in that order. Moving means moving through one of the little red-lined doorways. Hit means you cross out one of the enemies in your space. But again, with charge, I couldn't do a hit and then move. It has to be in that order. And I also couldn't move and then resolve a punch and then do the hit. You can't split things up. So in this case, I could, for example, dash to move 1. Maybe I would go over here. And I could punch. That does 1 hit. If at least one of the dice is a double knife, though, you do 2 hits. And every enemy on the board takes 1 hit to defeat, except for green ones. They're tough guys. They take 2 damage. And if you don't kill them in a round, they heal. So you have to finish them off fully. So I could use that little double punch I just did to kill one of them. And then my second double punch to get rid of the other one. And then also the boss has more life. In this case, I'm fighting against Vuk the Bear, who has 6 hearts. Every time you hurt the boss, you just cross out one of the little heart spaces. It'll earn you increasing victory points. And again, in solo, one of the 2 ways to win is to defeat the boss fully and take out at least half of the other enemies on the board. Now, by the way, a couple other common actions. Shot lets you shoot an enemy in an adjacent space, but not your own space. And jump, although I don't know if little Gundren does this at all, jump lets you move, skipping over a space entirely. So like if you jump 1, I could go boom, straight to here and skip over that one. And a few other little details. Every space I enter, I'm going to cross off this little circle here to show I've been there. And other henchmen have some powers. If you have yellow guys active, you can't move out of that space. The black circle enemies don't have anything special, except that you can't hurt the boss until you've defeated all of those enemies just in their room. Blue and red enemies can hurt you. If you end your turn in a space with a red enemy, you'll take 1 damage for each red enemy, and then blue enemies will shoot you in their space or 1 away. They have ranged weapons. There are also some objectives you can get for more victory points, although since we're just trying to survive in solo, I'm not necessarily good enough to win consistently. I'm not going to worry about those too much, but basically you have to come into the space, in this case, once you've hurt the boss at least once, or here when you've explored every adjacent room to this room. For this one I have to have defeated 3 red guys when I come in here, and for this one I have to have fully upgraded my health and have 6 health spaces on my board ready. And one final thing, then we'll jump in with the very fast gameplay. To get the little loot, which remember is my other possible victory condition, at the end of each round, for every room I've visited and defeated everybody in there, I will get 1 loot. So here, this place has double and this place has double, which means I'd have to defeat these rooms by round 3 to have enough time to collect both loot. And then this one down in the right corner, I could defeat the final round and still get the loot before the game ends. Alright, so let's jump into things and see how we do. So every character has a weakness. For Little Gudrun, it says she must have at least 1 double knife to activate punch, so she can't do 3 punches, which honestly is not much of a weakness at all because you want to do double punches anyway to do extra damage. So let's roll our preparation dice. Got 1 level up, 1 loot or wild, and 1 level up or item. And don't forget we get our choice for the 4th one. So Gudrun's abilities are all about taking damage and then healing, so she has Take a Stand that'll heal her with 2 runs. Headbutt's pretty ridiculous. If you get a single gun and 2 black dice, which remember usually are like dead dice, you hurt yourself twice, but you get to do a shot in an adjacent room and 2 hits in your room. Pretty amazing. I'd love to get that. Surprising Agility just lets you heal 1 if you're in an empty room at the end of each round. Don't Feel a Thing just gives you straight up 2 extra health slots. Loud Bang is another powerful one. You have to hurt yourself, but you get 2 hits for a single die roll. Rage makes charge cheaper. Bloodlust gives you even more hits for double knives. And Tough at the start of every fight phase. If you're in a room with enemies already, if you're hurt, you'll get to do some damage to them automatically. So the big one I want to go for is like Headbutt and maybe upgrading my health sum. So I'm going to get 2 for experience. You just circle it right there. I'm going to spend it all to get Headbutt for 4. Eventually, experience can be worth victory points if you get a lot of the spaces filled, but we probably won't get there. Okay, and then for the loot, I could do the prestige space, but I'd rather get a health upgrade since I'm going to be hurting myself. I don't want to die. And then for my last one, I think I'll do a recon and make sure I have a move ready to go. And again, that means during the fighting phase, I'll just have a free movement I can use in addition to any moves I earn by placing pairs of runs there. All right, that's it for the preparation phase. And now before we get into the rolling phase, since I won't be able to show the map on the board, let's plan out our route a little bit. So I want to decide, am I going to try to go for Vuk the Bear or for getting the loot? If I'm going for the loot, my main thing should be to run in here and just do as much damage as possible. Then I can ignore those guys and maybe run back down to here. Yeah, because that's kind of a closed off door. Then I'll have to go around this way and just get to that final room. But yeah, this is the tough part. So with me already having a free move, my thought is to just lay down the hammer, get as many punches as possible to try to kill all those guys this round. All right, here we go. 45-second timer. I got my pool. I got my 4. Let's do this! So remember, I am free to reroll these last 4 dice. I didn't get to those dice. I already have a shot action, so that seems pretty good to me. Get back here. That way I don't risk messing up my rolling. Alright, seems like I got a lot of damage. Let's go to the fight phase and see how it worked out. Alright, so first I'm going to use my free recon dash, because if I don't use that, I'll lose it. Actually, I don't want to go down to this room. It seems like there's more enemies in there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. I think I can do that much. Okay, let's try this. So I'm doing my free dash down to here. Visited this room. Hello, boys. These yellow enemies would stop me from moving. I'm going to use my headbutt. So I do hurt myself twice. I'm nearly dead. But I get a shot action. Let's defeat the blue guy that would shoot me. And 2 hits. That'll take out both of them. Now let's see. I'm going to have 2, 4. I'm going to have enough attack from just the punches to kill these guys. So I'll use my fire action, my shot, before I go. And I'll take out this red guy who will try to hurt me later. Okay, then I'll dash in here. And I've got 2 attack from that punch. That'll be enough to defeat the green. Remember, they have 2 life. And I've got 2 more attack from this punch. Again, it's 2 attack because I have at least 1 double, although I would be required to do that anyway. That'll get both of these guys. So everyone is defeated, and no one's going to attack me anywhere where I am. But I do take another wound from the die I put there, so man, I am hurt. I'm definitely going to need to heal this next round. But I do get our first prestige, our first little loot there. So next round that'll go away as well. I don't even have to be in there. I just have to have explored it and have to have no enemies in there. And that was one fighting phase, pretty fast. Let's go back to preparation. So I didn't mention, but if you lose your last health, then during the resolution phase, you get beat up a ton. The first time that happens, you now only roll 3 dice at a time instead of 4. The second time, you just automatically lose. Oh, well, I guess that'll solve that problem, won't it? So remember, each heart can either heal 2 damage, so we'll definitely do that for the first one, or since I wouldn't get the full effect for the second one anyway, I'll upgrade my health to be at 5. Then I can do experience or an item. So looking at items, I can get a free shot on an enemy in an adjacent room. I can change my next punch into hit, hit, and heal. So it's always going to be hit, hit anyway since I have to use a double knife, so it's basically just giving me a heal from a punch, which seems not as good as just getting health back. Double barrel, I give myself a wound, but get a double shot, not bad. Ooh, Rusty Spike, after killing a green, I get a free double hit? That's amazing. Well, I won't say amazing, there aren't that many greens left, but I definitely have some. So yeah, I think I will get the Rusty Spike, because I'm about to try to run into a green room. Then for my last one, I think I'm going to get the dash again, because I'm going to have to move a bunch to get to that other double gem room. Yeah, so showing my plan, I want to dash, 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 I guess, wow. But then if I can do a headbutt or a punch on one of the greens, I use my Rusty Spike to kill the other one, then just the other red will be endangering me. And then I can maybe move into the next room and start hitting, because nobody in here will hurt me, and there are no blues here to hurt me, so if I take out that red, literally nobody will actually attack me out of the enemies in these rooms. Yeah, it's definitely going to be all about a bunch of dashing at first, so let's do this. Wait, so that was definitely a wound, I think. Alright, so I just have these 3 to play with. Let's see. I guess I'll go for another punch. I've got 3 moves. That would just get me into the room I wanted to go to. So Actually, another move would not be bad. So I'll re-roll the gun first, see if I... What the... Yes, okay. So I guess I'll dash one more time, and I'll just let that be. Okay, I'm not 100% sure if that worked out well, but I guess we'll see. So I got a free dash. Use that for my recon action to move in here. Second dash to move in here. Third dash to move in here. And I can't get this objective because I have not damaged the boss. Alright, I'm in here, so let's go ahead and use my headbutt. So once again, I'm barely alive. But I get a double hit, which will kill one of the greens. And I get a shot, so I'll go ahead and shoot the guy over there. I'll go and use my rusty spike to get the other green. And then I'll punch this red guy. So now this room is clear for me to get the gems, and I'll dash over here. Because remember, only red and blue hurt me, so the green guy there is just going to say hi and not really do anything. In fact, I can just run right past him. And I do have a 4th damage, so barely alive again. But no worries, I get 2 loot. And you know, I forgot, but you can actually get any action just like during the preparation phase. You don't have to get the victory points. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll try to kill the boss as well as get the gems. Because the gem thing should be pretty easy at this point. So yeah, for one of the gems, I'll get another dash setup. And for the other one, I'm going to go and heal 2 of my damage. And hopefully the prep phase will let me heal the other 2. Alright, 2 more rounds. Okay, I got another recon and a level up and an item. No healing there at all, but I can use the bottom action to heal still. So for the recon, I would need a double recon for charge or headbutt, so it's going to be punch or fire. I like the idea of shooting adjacent. And then I get 2 experience, which is not enough to get anything yet. And 1 item. There are almost no greens left on the board. I don't necessarily want to hurt myself. Let's go for the gun in pocket and get a free shot, so I should have a bunch of ranged attack potential this time. And I will indeed use my free action to heal fully. Alright, let's see. Planning out. I can already move in here. I have to at least defeat the yellow guy before I move out of there. Moving in here, I have blue guys ready to shoot me. And the boss's special ability, usually bosses only hurt you if you're in their space, but he deals 2 damage if you're in his room and 1 damage if you're adjacent, because he's shooting you with his big shotgun there. So 2 dashes would kind of be the most I want to do, and I already have 1 ready, so I don't need much dashing. It's mainly going to be about dealing some damage, so that should be pretty fine. Alright, do I need another dash? I don't think I do, and I'm probably doing enough damage to kill everybody, so I'd really love a gunshot. I know that's a low odds thing to roll with 3 dice, but darn it. Okay, well, I'll give myself the dash, and oh wait, no, I have the move from the charge, but, whatever, we'll just kind of take our chances there. Alright, so killing that green guy will literally get me nothing, so I'm not going to worry about him, and I don't care about this little henchman either. So let's actually use my reconned shot action to take out the yellow guy that would stop me moving. Then I will use my free dash in there. And I can't get the objective yet because I've not explored this place adjacent to it. Then I'll use my charge, which is a move and then a hit. So I'll come in here. And again, I only care about blue and yellow, so let's get the blue guy who would hurt me first. Oh, no, never mind. I do care about everybody in here because they're going to stop me from getting the gem. Let's see, I guess I'll do 2 double punches. That's 4 damage. That's more than enough to get everybody and give me that last loot. And here at the hay, I'll use my gun in my pocket to take out this guy in case I go in there later. So I don't need to use headbutt. And I don't want to dash in there because the boss will shoot me, although it's only for 1 damage. Maybe I do want to do that? And I will get this objective because I have defeated 3 red guys. So sure, you know what? Let's live a little dangerously and go in there. And again, I've got that for 6. But I'm definitely not going to headbutt. I don't think I'm required to use it, so let's assume I'm not because I don't want to kill myself. But then during resolution, I get this gem, and I get this one. Do I want to level up? I mean, it would be worth a couple victory points, and maybe I can get a gem action. So sure, that'll get us 2 victory points so far. The boss is going to hit me for 1, since I'm adjacent, so we're like that. We'd have to do 9 damage next round to kill him, because 3 to get rid of his body cards, and 6 for him himself. But it's worth a lot of victory points, so we can try it. Alright, so final preparation. You gotta level up, an item, and a recon, but no healing again. Alright, well, let's see. I guess I'll recon... let's recon a punch. Although I think it only does 1 damage because it doesn't count as having a double knife. Level up gets me 2 more. And man, as long as I survive, this one is great. So I'll use my 4 experience for that. 2 more hits, but I hurt myself. For my item, you know what? Let's get the fire whiskey to heal a little bit. And then for my final action, I'll also heal too. So with the fire whiskey, I'm basically at full health. The boss only does 2 to me, but the problem is if I do 3 to myself, then that 2 could be a problem still. So I need to get a dash to run in, and then it is just punch, 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 headbutt, loud bang, like everything I can do to defeat people. Alrighty, final fight phase, go! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. Nothing I can do that would get me another action, so I should not have hurt myself there. That's where I'm done. I don't know if that's enough damage. I hope the boss doesn't kill me. Well, he won't kill me unless I let him, right? I don't want to leave myself. So if I hurt myself at all... Oh, man. Headbutt and loud bang would already kill me, so... this sucks. Okay, well, it's fine. Let's go ahead and shoot the boss before we do anything else. Or not the boss, but one of his guys guarding him. Then we can charge in, get another one of them. And this punch will get another one, and 1 damage on the boss. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot about my fire whiskey. Yes, I didn't cross it off, but that heals me 1. That's good, because that means that I can... Well, if I could kill him, I would be fine. Or I could just do the loud bang to hit him twice. Why does he have his 6 life? I've done 1 damage, so this would hit him twice, and that would hit him twice. Oh my gosh, that would leave him with 1 life left? Come on, man. Oh, wait, did I save a punch? I did save a punch for +1 damage! Boom! And then headbutt, getting 2 more damage, but so is he. And then loud bang is going to do another wound, but it's 2 more. That is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dead. So we clearly fulfilled both victory conditions, although since we're playing on easy, that was not too hard. Imagine that again on medium or difficult where I would have 15 fewer seconds. Yeah, it's rough. But we get a total of our victory points. So we did not get this objective. That's the only objective we got, so that's 6. We get 2 from our prestige, that's 8. Nothing from our experience. And then for the boss, we get the leftmost unmarked space, so that's another 6, so that's 14. And we get a bonus of 5 if we kill them, so that's 19. So hey, 19 points on easy mode, not too bad. And that is just a little taste of Vengeance Roll and Write, the solo mode specifically. Hang on if you want to hear my thoughts on the game. Alright, so what do I think about Vengeance? First of all, I think that you have these 4 unique characters, each with a fully unique set of items and abilities. I think that's great. It definitely gives it more replayability to play around with them. Now, unless I'm playing Little Gudrun's hindrance wrong, I think she maybe needs a little work, because it doesn't seem like it is a hindrance. You always want double knives anyway. Maybe if they said like the first double knife didn't count to give you a double hit, that would be enough. But like the other characters, Kaja takes 2 wounds over the course of the game automatically. Shadow Man can't kill people with ranged attacks. And Johnny Silverhand hurts himself if he hurts more than 1 person in the same room, which I did all the time here. But still, I like the variety there. Second thing that's really cool is how much this feels like Vengeance. Remember, I played that game and covered it before, and the best part about that was the dice-based combat and moving through the rooms and attacking people. And in like these actions and the abilities that give you other options and the items, they've kind of captured the feel of that, but in a ridiculously faster mode of play. Because one issue I had with Vengeance, especially like with 3 or 4 players, is that it could take a while and the downtime wasn't so great, although I think the newest expansion fixes that some. But here, if you're playing competitive, it's all simultaneous. If you're playing solo, clearly there's no problem, so that's great. The timed dice rolling is both exciting and frustrating. It's going to appeal to different players. Definitely, I think if you liked Escape, The Curse of a Temple, or those types of games, this will appeal to you. I find it pretty fun, but yeah, 30 seconds can be rough in solo. But you kind of need the limitations so you don't just run all over the base like I did here. And focusing on solo, the goals are all right. It's not necessarily super hard to get one of the 2, so really it comes down to beat your own score. Not a big deal, that's how most roll and writes do it anyway, but it's not like anything exciting. Like, I wish they had, like, I don't know, a campaign mode with increasing difficulty levels, or like, made the objectives more important, or those kind of things, but it's fine as it is. But yeah, if you're going to get this one, it's definitely all about that frantic dice rolling, and then just mowing down people. The theme, of course, in the original Vengeance is great, and it's a lot of fun here too. And I will give a little shout out to the preparation phase. It's fun to level up your character, get new abilities, get new items. I didn't get a ton here, but even then I was able to do a lot of cool stuff I couldn't do at the beginning. So yeah, Vengeance Roll and Write, definitely a fun one, and check out the Kickstarter page if you want to see what it's all about. Good gaming, everyone, and I'll see you at the next stop.